Lucky Boys Podcast.
So I want to play devil's advocate here. Like, don't you think to capture the bad guys, like you kind of have to have a sense of bad within yourself? You know, like sometimes to kill a lion, you have to be a lion.
No, you need knowledge of it for you to actually be. No, takes one to know one, right? That's what you're trying to say.
For example, if you and I are going to war, you're a bad guy, I'm a good guy, however you want to classify it. But in order for me to catch the bad guy, I need to become a bad guy, even though I'm a good guy. I know I'm getting some weird shit here.
No.
But even though you're a bad, because I need to be because if you're a bad guy and you're willing to do more than me or go further than I am.
Right. I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
No. Because that's what makes us the difference between the bad guy and the good guy, right? So the bad guy could do whatever he wants. Bad people could go out and get street justice and do whatever they want. They don't need evidence. They don't care if they messed up. Oh, that wasn't a guy. Okay, fine. We'll just go right to find the guy. You know, even though after they beat him up. Because a lot of times that happened growing up as a kid. They mistaken you for somebody else and you get beaten up. And then it's like, oh, shit, that wasn't him. Mm-hmm. And then that's it. They just leave. You know what I mean? There's no sorries or anything about it. And then, you know, it ends up bad. So, no, I have to disagree with that. If you're a gangster, you're a gangster. If you're a cop, you're a cop. Now, gangsters have their own street rules. Cops have their own rules they have to follow, right? So it's like, I can't just cross the line and be like, oh, you know what? I know he's dirty, right? So I can't find anything on him, or I'm going to plant some evidence on him because I know he's dirty, and I'm going to use this evidence and plant it on him and just to arrest him, get him off the street. No, you can't do that. You have to play by the rules because otherwise you become just as bad as that person. And then who are you to catch that person
and
bring that person
that's exactly
justice?
my point. What if you play by the rules, and because of all of the rules that are in place, it makes it impossible for you to do your job?
That's why you got to fix the system.
You got to find a different way.
Because like you said,
path.
there's 90% good cops, right? And I know it's just a rough number you're throwing out there.
Right.
I cannot believe that 90% of cops are of good cops that outnumber the bad cops, so to speak. Your words, are ignoring the criminals within their own brass.
Yeah, they are, because they're not protected. If you come out and speak out on it, nobody's protecting you. You're labeled as a rat. The culture of it is, if you speak out, you're a fucking rat, or you're a snitch, and snitches get stitches.
Right.
You know? So you know,
but for that, like what I've seen, if you want to beat your opponent, you need to either outsmart them,
right,
or be more aggressive than them.
Yeah.
And that generally applies for like almost everything.
Right.
So either you outwit them or outpower them.
Here's the thing, right? So the reason I put in the lawsuit is, one, to protect myself, right? And get in the media and spotlight, right? To protect myself. Also to help, hopefully it will cause a movement to change it, right? To the court system. Second thing is, I'm running for a state assembly, and, you know, I'm going to be up in a higher position of power to pass state legislative law to have an agency to oversee them, right? Now, hopefully, if I'm successful, other cops that want to come out and speak out will see people like me and Edward Raymond in these positions of power, and they'll reach out to us. Because I had people reaching out to me after I put in my lawsuit and made the papers and stuff like that. They reached out to me and be like, yo, this is what I'm going to do. This is what happened with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm fighting them also. And so it became like the whistleblowers just started reaching out. That's how Serpico started reaching out. That's how other whistleblowers from D.C., from LAPD, from, you know, Mount Vernon and stuff, they start reaching out. Yeah. So it's not just one place. Like, it's international, right? It's everybody starts reaching out, and they're like, I know what you went through. I went through the same thing. I'm going through it in Canada, blah, 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 in Toronto, you know, and so forth and so on. So it's not just an NYPD thing. It's a law enforcement thing, right? And it happens everywhere because there's corruption everywhere. It's just people need to speak out about it, right? And so if we are successful, if I win my election, I'm successful in winning this power. It's a win. And people will be encouraged, like, oh, you know what? Look, he spoke out. He beat them. I could beat them too.
You're providing the blueprint for everyone to see.
You know? But if I lose, it's like, oh, shit. If I speak out, that's what happens to me.
They're going to go back in there.
Right.
I see.
You know what I mean? So it's very, very sad, though, fighting against corruption and doing that and looking and seeking for a way out into a higher seat of power, like you're saying, so I could do something about it and change it. But then your opponent is talking about how he's fighting corruption and he's for abolishing the system and corruption, systematic system, whatever. But meanwhile, you're attacking me for being a cop that spoke out and broke the blue wall of silence. So now
he's calling you a dirty cop, you said.
Yeah, he's calling me a dirty racist cop also. But now not only are you is the system punishing me, where the NYPD is punishing me, you're also going to punish me. And now you're also setting an example, like, if you speak out, you're a rat and you're a dirty racist cop. And not only that, the job is going to come after you, but these politicians are going to come after you and use that against you also. Mm-hmm. So that's actually setting us back even more, right? Sending us whistleblowers back even more, because now he's like, you know, scaring people that want to speak out away, because they're like, look, this guy's getting attacked. He's getting called dirty and corrupt, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, they're attacking my friends, my family, right? So, like, recently, China Mac had reached out to me and said, hey, look, there's this 89-year-old lady that was burned in Bensonhurst. And I said, yeah, I saw it on the news. He was like, yo, we got to do something about that. And I'm like, okay, what do you got in mind? Yo, we got to do something about it. We got to, like, you know, do a march or something. We got to find these dudes, you know, whatever, pressure the NYPD to find them. I'm like, look, I know a guy, Will. Will, he's been doing the...
Lex Ham?
Yeah, Will Lex Ham. He's been doing the Asian Black Lives Matter protesters. He has better experience in rallying and marching and stuff. I'll put you in contact with him. So I put them together, and they put together, them too, because I told them I purposely don't want to get involved and organize and speak at these rallies, because I don't want them to be attacked for it, right? Like Will, when he was doing the Asian for Black Lives Matter thing, same thing. I kept out of it. I attended to support, right? So, like, let's say, you know, you do something, I believe in it, I'm going to come and support you. I'm going to come to your event. I'm going to, you know, rally with you.
Right, you'll be present.
Right, I'll be present.
But it's not your rally.
No, not at all, right? So, they can't burn us all. It's all China Mac and Will. They asked me, hey, Steve, you want to speak? No, I'm good. You know, it's your thing. Do your thing. I don't want it to be corrupted by politics and the campaign and stuff like that. My opponents start attacking you. But
what can they attack them for?
But they're saying that they support a pro cop. They support me, which I'm a cop, and I'm pro, and that makes them pro cop to the point where it's like they're racist and corrupt also, because they support cops and all cops are bastards.
They're basically gaslighting. They're trying to make up things to connect certain things,
and none of it
doesn't make sense.
None of it has proof.
That's a weird thing to say.
Absolutely.
And if they're in trouble, those same people, if they're in trouble, the first thing they're going to do is call the cops.
Right.
Being a hypocrite, you know.
Exactly. I don't understand that part.
In a big way. In a very, 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 very big way.
And if he's a politician, why is he shitting on cops?
Because he's trying to gain the far left support, because he wants to run for higher office.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Someone did tell us, if you want your podcast to pop off, start talking, like, stop with this, like, real shit.
And go hard left.
Go hard left. Take a hard left. If you look at all the big podcasts, they take a hard left, whether they believe it or not.
How about speak the truth? How about that?
Yeah.
Be real.
Exactly.